Oh, Lucy. Yes, Ricky. You got some splaining to do. And so do you, Bart. You have some splaining to do on this portfolio. Wow, wow, wow. We are off about, I don't know, $52,000 from our recent high. Our recent high was, I believe, 1.766, and we are currently at 1.711, according to my beep, boop, boop. According to my mental math, that's $52,000 in the red. So let's go through these positions that are expiring this week. Then I also want to talk about what we did last week. Well, we'll start with yesterday. Well, what we did yesterday was covered Call City, how we ended last week, where we are this month as far as premium is concerned. And then also I want to share a little voodoo with you. Share just a little bit of voodoo. You see those yellow lines I put in? That's going to be something you probably aren't going to believe. But if it comes true, if what I'm about to say comes true, and I'm going to save it to the end of the video because I want to cover our current positions, then we might be, that magic 8 ball might be working for me. So let's start at the top here. We've got some AMD $95 puts expiring on Friday. They're doing okay. Amazon 133 put is doing really bad. What is Amazon at? $10? It's at, let me go to the Big Mac. Take a quick look at the Amazonian. Where are you? Where are you at? There you are. AMZ and the N, Amazon. They were at like 126 something maybe. Yeah, 126.37. So 133 puts, that's not doing very good. CRISPR, $47 puts, also not doing well. $45 puts, they're fighting for their life. Then we have the Canadian Solar, $25 puts. Currently, I think they're underwater. Where are we at? Not underwater yet. Actually, Canadian Solar up 0.04% today. So we are hovering. It's at 25.21. So we are still in play on those $25 puts. Canadian Solar. We have the Data Dog $91 calls doing good. I would imagine all the calls are probably doing well. Yeah, I would agree with you. 405 Deer call at 97% profit. Novix 1350 calls at 98% profit. Coca-Cola, even though I thought I was like, I'll just put these $58 calls out there, have them called away, and I'll have my dividend, a little bit of share appreciation, and then all the recent premium I've collected. Put the 58s on, and it's at what, $56 now it's trading at? $56.55 on Coca-Cola. So our $58 calls, well, they're still good. So we'll keep those shares at this point. Could easily change between now and expiration. Merck calls at 90%. Marvell, $51 puts, taking some heat on semiconductor, $96 call at 83% profit. We have Path sitting at, has it breached 15? I think it has. High 15s. Yeah, 1594. So we got those underwater just a little bit. But Path is a great company. And I think tomorrow what I'll do, I'll share with you how I landed on Path, because I was actually looking at CrowdStrike, which I still like a lot, but its share price is very high. So I thought, well, maybe we can limit the risk by getting into the same industry, which is cybersecurity, with a asset that trades at a much lower share price, which means then, as far as options are concerned, we can monkey around with it, get into a position of ownership at a much lower collateral or cost. So that is, I'll go over that tomorrow, because it's a pretty simple, even a lame brain like me, bird brain like me, can figure out some simple formulas, some simple ratios. At least I will try to make sense of them with you. They make sense in my head, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. So where else we at? We're at we have 1650 calls on Path are doing good. Pinterest 2650 calls at 78% profit. Palantir $15 calls at 64% profit. Palantir $14 puts. They are fighting for their life right now. Palantir at about 1404. So, and we'll take those at 14. If you want to hand them over, we'll take them. $95 puts on Starbucks, not doing well. Starbucks trading at just over $91. Long term, not concerned. We'll decide if we want to roll that or take those shares there. We'll see. Snowflake, I put this on and I was like, hey, that's pretty smart trade. Not anymore. So 149 put on Snowflake. After I put that trade on, look, it's at 147.74. After I put that trade on at 149, the next day it was up to like 152. And I was like, look at that. You're smart. And then the market's like, slap, slap. You're dumb. 147.69. So we got that going for us. What else? SoFi 750 calls. How'd you come up with 750 calls? Well, I bought 200 shares on Friday for like 750. And then I was like, yeah, I'm just going to immediately sell calls on those. And thought for sure they'd be called away and it'd just be a little cash grab on premium. But SoFi trading under, it's currently at 739, trading under 750. So these $8 puts, you're saying that's not very good? No, not currently. But we may take those, we may take possession of those. I'll do the math on that, because if we did take possession, and again, this is assuming SoFi doesn't go down too much further than what they've already gone down, selling $8 calls on SoFi is more profitable than trying to roll out and down on SoFi if we're looking for cash flow, if we're looking for dollar bills. So Teladoc, $20 puts under pressure. Tesla 235 puts, they're hanging in there. Tesla currently at 244.25. But that doesn't mean they're not going to be under pressure the rest of the week. 255 calls at 95% profit. United Health, this one shows us in the negative, but if you remember, I paid $478 for 100 shares of United Health. We've collected a dividend and we've made some nice premium with that asset. We may let it go at $497.50 and then put that money back into our skinny jeans. And that's it for this week so far. What went on yesterday was just covered call city across the board. UPS 157.50s. We collected 435. Walgreens, we even put that on the board at 23.50, collected 210. Devon, we put our 2,100 shares up for grabs at $52, which I thought I was nervous about, but Devon down again today, I want to say. It was up yesterday, so that's why we sold calls. Yeah, and today it's down 1.3% at $46.90. So our $52 calls are looking good. Palantir, $15 calls, collected 130. And Hyatt, we have 100 shares of Hyatt. We sold 110 calls, collected 105. Square, we sold 10 covered calls for 280 there. Netflix, we did take possession of that $400 put and then turned around on Monday, which was yesterday. And we sold that same strike that we paid, $400, for 1 week out for $300. And then CRISPR, $48 call, collected $65. So we did end up with $2,113 bills in our pocket yesterday. Last week, we went, let's see, Monday. That's Friday here. Yep. So Monday, we collected $645 worth of premium. Tuesday, $1,096 worth of premium. Wednesday, $456. Thursday, $1,109. And then Friday, which typically is our biggest day of the week because we do a lot of rolling calls, etc. So $2,083 on Friday. Weekly total was $5,389, bringing us to a total premium, just premium only, of $18,442 for the month of September, which will end. This is our last trading week of the month. So now you add this number to that number, and we have exceeded the $20,000 mark in premium. Now, what about that VooDoo you were talking about? All right, so VooDoo. Let's get to the VooDoo board over here. And so I told you this was probably 2, 3, maybe even 4 weeks ago that I started studying some stock market voodoo, basically known as Elliott wave theory and Fibonacci retracement. So not uncomplicated. In fact, very complicated. I understand now maybe 4%. I went from 0 to 4%. I'm hoping to get around 80% between now and the next 6 months. But it's a market sentiment type trading theory, which I agree with because we are biological creatures, right? We're emotional. We trade on emotion, but sentiment within that emotion over the big picture lends itself to Elliott wave theory. So in theory, our sentiment will go in 5 waves up or down with regard to the market, and an ABC type of moves as well. So right now, I think, according to my 3%, maybe 4% knowledge of Elliott wave theory, that we are completing wave 3 down when we look at, and this is the SPX, okay, which is essentially a clone of the S&P 500. So if you look at the date here, this would have been Friday, the 28th of July, and disregard disregard the sells and buy markers. We'll talk about those in a second because that's the voodoo speaking. So the voodoo said sell at the end of July, and it was correct. Okay, so we took one wave down, all right, all the way down here to 43, 47 ish, and then we went back on up, and that would have been two August 17th, and then we got a buy signal on what day? On August 28th, and then it went all the way up to the 45.29-ish mark, which would have been the end of the month of August. Got a sell signal on which day? It would have been on not until, so it went, if you look closely, it went down and then back up, and then when it began to go down again on August 20th, or no, I'm sorry, September 20th. So that was just last week. We got the sell signal. Okay. So that has now gone, as you know, downtown to Chinatown since then to where we're at today. Okay. So right now, trading at what? 42.72. So my voodoo thesis states that we're not going to go any lower. Okay. Now, this is just a shake up the magic 8 ball and see what it tells you. We're not going to go down any lower than 42.50. Okay. And we may be at the bottom of it now, of this third wave. Okay. A third wave of a 5-wave down. So it goes down 1, up 2, down 3, and then it's going to bounce back up 4. Now, this bounce, though, so this 4th wave bounce, according to Elliott wave theory, cannot go higher if the theory is going to remain in place than this 45.38 from that second wave, that second bounce up. Third wave down, 4th wave up should probably conclude somewhere between 4,400 and 4,500, probably more like 4,400 to 4,450. And I'm predicting that this is not going to go any lower than 4,250 in our current third wave down before it then turns to go back up to 4,400, probably minimum, but no higher than probably 4,450. Now, I know this sounds like witchcraft. Then what you have to be on the lookout for is it's going to take a final 5th wave down out here into the future, maybe, and this next move up could take weeks to produce, okay? And then that 5th wave down will probably be into the, close to the end of the year when it concludes. But we'll have to keep checking the market sentiment. So that is my Elliott wave theory prediction, is that we're about at the bottom of this third wave down. So wouldn't it be interesting if that actually happened? but that's why we've got it locked on right here, 1:44 p.m. on Tuesday, September 26, 20 and the 23, here in the farm fields of Valparaiso, Indiana. Make sure you do subscribe, like, and comment. Now, the negative flip side of that would be if it did not behave as predicted and then it broke down all the way to 4,200 or below, then we could be in maybe some trouble. So market sentiment says, though, it should be turning up very soon. That is what we are talking about today, all these crazy trades. I'll probably be sitting tight for the next day or two before looking to possibly take some long positions or to further some more put trading, because we do still have a number of trades on the board, as you saw. Until that time comes, and I do have a meeting tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see. Probably be back Thursday and Friday, so I will see you then. Subscribe, like, comment, and I will see you in the next video.